AKC scent work handler discrimination has 4 levels: novice, advanced, excellent, and master. There are some do's and don'ts that you do at all levels. So at novice, you have a glove or sock, cotton, and at advanced, excellent, and master, you have either cotton swab or a cotton ball. It's the handler's choice of what you want your dog to search for. The regs say you have that scented article in a plastic bag, and then you hand that plastic bag to the hide steward. So at the novice level, I have never handed the glove off in a plastic bag. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. The regs say you're supposed to, so be prepared for that. But a lot of times I'll just be standing in line and playing tug with my dog to really motivate her to find it. And then the hide steward will come with the box and I will take that glove and put it in the box. But be prepared to have it in a plastic bag. What you absolutely do not want to do to get your scent on. A lot of people will wear the glove, they'll have it in their pocket, they'll carry it around. But do not put it in your bra, in your underpants, or wear the sock on your foot, or put it in your armpit to get odor and then hand that off to the hide steward. You guys, that's just disgusting. Don't do that. The dog does not need that much odor. All you need to do is to carry it around in your hand or put it in your pocket, and that is plenty of odor to give to the hide steward so your dog can find it. Another don't that you don't want to do when you're searching for handler discrimination is you do not want to put any essential oils on your scented article. So whether it's the glove or sock in novice or the cotton swab or cotton ball in the upper levels, because not only is that going to be obvious for the dog, but the hide steward is going to notice it and the judge is going to notice it, and that's going to get you excused. You won't be able to search if they know that you have odor. Also, don't put your sock, your glove, your cotton ball, your cotton swab in a jar or bag of food and scent it that way. You know, just don't cheat. Your dog has a phenomenal nose. Your dog will be able to figure out your scent versus somebody else's. When you're working your dog in handler discrimination, use a different verbal cue than you use when you're going after the oils. So when I go after birch, anise, clove, or cypress, I tell my dog to find it. When I go after my odor, I'm telling my dog to get it. Okay, because that's what I did when they're growing up. They knew which toy to go after because it was the last one that I touched. So they already know, go after what I touched to get it. You can use whatever you want. Some people will say find it for one and search for another. Some people will say find mine. It doesn't matter, but to avoid confusing your dog, make sure you have a different verbal cue for the essential oils than for HD. At the novice level, your dog is searching an area that's 250 to 400 square feet. There are 10 boxes. One box will have the judge's scented glove or sock in it. So I have a glove that somebody else scented, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in one of these boxes. Now, I've touched the boxes. Yes, I've touched every single one of these boxes because I'm the one that's folding it. But my dog's not searching a scented box. My dog is searching a scented glove. The other glove, my glove, I'm going to follow the regs and hand it off in a plastic bag, and then the hide steward will go put it in another box. So the hide steward should not be touching your glove. It should only have your odor on it. All right, let's go get Maverick and see how she does. At the novice level, your dog has 2 minutes to search for your scented glove or sock. So the hide steward already put it down. The 2 minutes start when either you or your dog cross the start line, which is between the two dots, and then the time will stop when you call alert. Ready? Get it. alert, and the judge says yes, and I can either give her a treat, or if she was able to get that glove out, that's fine. She can have that as a reward. You saw how the other boxes move just by her walking over them, so that's not a fault if they kick at a box just because they're moving past it, because those are so lightweight, and this is a big high energy dog. She was not destroying the search area. So disruption of the search area is if she smashes the boxes and you have to replace them. So instead, you know, she accidentally kicked them because they're just so lightweight. But then you saw that she stuffed her nose in that box. That is okay if she does that, because the Hyde Stewart will then hand that box to me, and I will remove it from the search area, and then they'll get a fresh box for the next dog that searches. So it's okay that she stuck her nose in that box. It's okay that she moved that box, and it would be okay if she actually stepped on it, because you saw that that is not how she searched. She didn't step on every single box to find the glove. She found the glove and then she tried to get it, and that was her alert for the glove. So that should not be a fault. Advanced HD is an interior search. There will be two cotton balls or swabs that are hidden. One will be scented by the dog's owner or handler. The other will be scented by the judge. So they will not be in a container, but they also will not be in sight. I've been carrying a cotton ball around for a while, so it definitely has my scent on it. And I will just hide it over here under the shovel. Okay, it has to be easily accessible. I have cotton balls that have been scented by somebody else. I have it in a baggie so I don't touch it, and I'm going to put it right behind the legs of these two chairs. So it's not going to be, come on out, it's not going to be obvious visually, but the dog can still detect the odor. My dog has 2 to 5 minutes to search for my scented cotton ball. The time will start when we cross the line and when I call alert. The amount of time is determined by the judge, and it usually depends on the complexity of the search area. Ready? Get it. She's definitely in the area. Alert, the judge says yes, and I can reward her. Good girl. So she didn't go anywhere near the cotton ball that was scented by somebody else. She knew she was looking for my odor only. The excellent HD search area, and HD is short for handler discrimination, because handler discrimination is a pretty big mouthful. So the search area is going to be 400 to 600 square feet. You'll get 2 to 5 minutes to search. And it's depending on the complexity of the search area, maybe the wind or how the air is shifting and where it's at, because if you're up against a building, you're going to have air that's swirling. So that's going to be more difficult for your dog also. So it's an exterior search, and I have a cotton ball that somebody else has already scented, and so it's in a baggie so I don't touch it. And I'll go ahead and put that under this board. And yes, I'm touching the board, but my dog is not searching for a scented board. My dog is searching for a scented cotton swab, and she's definitely going to know the difference. And so this is my scented swab, and it's not in a baggie because I'm hiding it myself. But you will hand your scented swab or cotton ball to the Hyde Stewart in a baggie, because since it's an exterior search, unlike Novice, they can't come bring the box for you to stuff it in, so they have to carry it back to the search area. So please do not take it out of your underwear at that point and hand it to them. That is just disgusting. Don't do that. Have it in a baggie. Okay, that's one of those don't ask, don't tell. If you've been carrying that around to get your scent on it in a disgusting place on your body, then already have it in a baggie by the time you give it to the hide steward. So I will go ahead and put my scented swab underneath this mat. So the mat has holes in it, so my scent can definitely be released into the air and Maverick can find it. So let's see how Maverick does. The 2 to 5 minutes will start when we cross the start line, which is represented by the 2 dots on the ground, and it will end when I call alert. Are we ready? Get it. Alert. Yes, good girl. So you saw she was actively working that. Nice girly. And she didn't even look where the other cotton ball was. So she knew she was searching for my odor. I only had that cotton ball in my pocket for about 5 minutes. So that tells you you don't need a lot of odor for your dog to find it. Your dog has a phenomenal nose. Don't overdo it. Master HD has 2 separate search areas. You must complete the first search area successfully before you're allowed to go on to the next search area. There are a total of 3 handler scented cotton balls or swabs and 2 scented cotton balls or swabs by one is the judge and another is the steward. So the judge can choose 2 elements of interior, exterior, or container. So the master search must contain 2 elements. So this will be the exterior search. And since there's a total of 3 scented swabs or cotton balls the dog has to find, the first search area is going to have either 1 or 2. Neither one is allowed to be empty. For both search areas, it's a total of 300 to 800 square feet. And that's for both of them. And then for the time, it's 2 to 3 minutes per search area. Our time will start when we cross over the start line, which is between the 2 dots. And it will end after I call finish. So I have to call alert for each scented cotton ball that she finds. I use cotton balls. And it's going to be either 1 or 2. Ready? Get it. Alert. The judge says, yes, good girl. And I can alert her. Good job. Nice one. Let's see if there's any more. Get it. Alert. The judge says yes, and since I know there's only 1 or 2 and she found 2, I can now call finish. Good girl. Our second search area is a container search. And since I already found 2 scented swabs in our exterior search, that means there's only going to be 1 here. So as soon as I find the 1, I can not only call alert, but I can immediately call finish. Are we ready? Get it. Alert and finish. Good girl. Oops, wrong pocket. Good girly. Nice. So you saw that she was checking out different boxes. I folded all of these boxes, so my odor was on all the boxes. She had to get past the odored boxes and go to the box that had the odored cotton ball. So that's why she investigated one of the other boxes, but she really stuck her nose in this one, right? Good girl.